today I'm going to show you how I made box cushions. We even have a little lounge cushion. Very pleased with this. It can be removable, or so we could walk out, or if we want to lounge, we can lounge. So here is the mattress, 6 inches. Okay, so I've had it for a week or so, and it said I should have opened it within 24 hours. Oops. Oh well. Down now. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Looking good. Starting to grow. Let it sit.
Turn right into the parking lot. You've entered the parking lot for your destination.
Time to get fabric for the bedding. Stop 2. I am determined to get my material today. Joann's. I called and they have it. Okay, so I unzipped the cover. I'm gonna put it over here. So now I need to cut this. And I'm going to, I used the trick that Johnny's Journey used, which is putting plywood in between. So I get a straight cut on this. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this off. The scissors. Okay. So this is what we got. So I'm going to cut 25 inches. So I've learned from Johnny, you measure. So I measured on the top. And then it moves around because it's looks about right though. 25 inches. I'm doing it. Done half of it. Maybe easier. Stretch. So what did I do wrong? I did wrong. Oh, it's working. Yeah, I didn't go all the way down. There's a little bit of a boop. This will go in the back. All right, I'm gonna measure and do the other one. Be back. Check it. So this is the first one I cut. It has a little bit of gouge in it that'll go in the back. Look at the second one I did. Little minor one, just a little one, but it's still flat. So I've cleaned it up. Both sides are pretty straight. So I will do the back so it'll make a bed. So this is what I have left to work with. I am very pleased that that I cut very straight lines. So Johnny's Journey, use her trick. You use 2 pieces of 2x4, clamp it together, and that will give you a very straight line. All right, so I've cut my pieces and it is a very tight squeeze. So I'm going to make it and just hope that the material makes it tight so that I can put it in. I don't want it loose, but I don't want it too tight so it won't fit. So I hope it works. Fits. These are cushions. Very pleased. Oh my god. I am actually going to show you step by step how I made a box cushion. I'm making a lounge cushion. Here is some leftover mattress that I have. What I'm going to do is use this as to make a U design if we choose to lounge. So the cushion size, the smallest side is 14.5 inches. So I'm going to take 1/2 inch off. So 14 plus 14 plus the depth is 5.5. So I'm going to add the 5.5 plus another 5.5 plus a 1 inch seam allowance. So that is 40 inches. So the longest side is 22.5. So 22.5 plus the depth, which is 5.5, plus the 1 inch seam allowance. That is 29. So I'm going to cut my material 40 by 29. Okay, so I've measured it and I've marked it to make sure it's a straight line. Now I'm gonna cut it. Okay, now I need to box the corners. So it's 2 3/4. It's half of 5.5. Half of 5.5 is 2.75. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this 3 more times. So I'm going to cut that out for all 4 corners. Another cut, time to sew. Now what I need to do is sew each one. So you see this? This is the side that I'm going to sew. So what I'm going to do is fold it like that, and I'm going to sew it, make sure that it's really good on each end because these are my corners on the boxes. Okay, now to box the cushions. So this goes like this. I'm gonna sew the seam really good, and it's a 1/2 inch seam. So I'm gonna double up on each side so it doesn't come apart. And I'm going to do this on all 4 corners. see? This is my corner. So I'm doing it 4 times. Okay, so now I have all 4 corners. So now I need to pin in the zipper. It's going to be a very big zipper. The 4 corners are boxed. Now to sew in the zipper. Okay, so I have my 48-inch zipper pinned in. And you have to think about it because this is going to be what's showing and it looks like it's backwards. But once you flip it, it'll be on the right side. So I'm gonna sew it in. I had to get a zipper foot, so I need to put in my zipper foot and then I will sew this in. And you have to make sure that you get the zipper foot on the right side. So this is not the right side. I have to move it over so that the needle is on that side of the zipper foot so I can get a close seam. So here's one side, as you can see. It ends up zipping on the right side. So now I need to pin this side and sew that together. The most important thing is not to get the seam too close to the zipper because that'll make it hard to unzip. The zipper will get caught in the material. So as long as you have it far enough away from the fabric is what I've learned. So I'm gonna do the other side. So the important part when you're trying to get the zipper to meet up is to make sure that the corners meet. So these seams, in order for it to go together nicely, these 2 seams need to match. So as long as you line these 2 corners up, then the zipper will end up working right. I have it pinned, and I do need to change the position of the foot again, because now it's on the wrong side. So I'm gonna move it to where the needle is on that side, so it gets close to the zipper as possible. Didn't record this, but the zipper stops right here on each side. So the final piece is to close it off. I unzipped it and then sewed it. So both sides are sewed. So now what I need to do is cut this so I can box this corner. So what I need to do is take a 1/2 inch off of the measurements on the other 4 corners that I boxed. So this will still be the 2.75 and this will be 2 1/4. Okay, so I cut those. It's sewn on the end. So what you do is you open it like that and then you sew right here. So I'm gonna do that on the 2 corners and then I will box it in. So again, here it is. You grab the 2 sides, hold them, and then sew across. And it's a very quick sew, so I'm just gonna leave the zipper foot on. I don't care. It's like 3 inches that I have to sew. All right, now let's see if it'll fit, which it should, because all the other ones did, and I've done 4 so far. See if my lounge bonus piece works. The difference with the other ones though is that it was 1 piece. This is 3 pieces I'm trying to fit in. There we go. Okay, so here's our little lounge piece. There we go, little lounge area. So thank you so much for watching, and come back next week for more of our van build.